Hi guys, Mike out here with Steve Zolinardo. We're here at another episode of Real Estate on Record. We're going to be talking about the progress of buying a lot and building in Florida. We're looking specifically in Cape Coral, Florida.
Yeah.
Steve, so hit it off.
Yeah.
Where we
So
at?
I was watching our podcast we did when we did the fall festival and we were sitting on pumpkins and I was like so confident. I was like, the buying is the easy part. I was like, so I was watching my wife the other day. I'm like, well, clearly it wasn't the easy part. So what we found too, because we have a very tight spot where we want to buy property in. The only thing available right now is properties that we don't want and nobody wants based on their tortoise and owl problem. So no one wants to touch those properties or the location of them. So they're like undesirables. So that's what's currently happening. We have like a very small, tight area we were focusing on to kind of submit offers. Oh, we did. We submitted like 8 or 9 offers. We ended up getting one property. Again, tortoise problem. I was supposed to have one. It was a city. As I was sitting there, it was like, this little
Saying hello.
rambunctious tortoise just fucking flowing through the construction site. And where did it go? To the lot we just bought. So we unplugged that one real quick. Did it make sense? Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Maybe we'll talk about the tortoises because they weren't an issue, like by the sounds of it, back in the day, or even a few years back. So, like back in the day, according from what we were told, if
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
tortoise on your lot, you pick it up, you put it in a bucket, and you drive it to, like, you're not gonna do anything harmful to the tortoise.
Yeah.
You bring it to like
Dump it in the canal.
the canal or something,
Yeah.
right? It was more an issue with the owls, but now apparently the issue is these tortoises they're registered with the city, so you have to properly get rid of them, and to properly get rid of them, you have to bring them to a turtle sanctuary,
A
which
sanctuary.
they live their life, and it's
$5,000 for the
yeah,
sanctuary.
five grand to.
US dollars.
And plus you got to pay to get rid of the guy, so it's like
Yeah.
7 grand.
Yeah,
right.
7,000.
A turtle, which like it's not feasible when you're buying a lot that's like 40-50 grand. It's almost a quarter of the cost to get rid of one turtle.
I mean, like even the lot we bought, like we gave the realtor an option. If he removed them, I don't know how he's going to remove them. I didn't want to ask him how. But if they were not there, and then we got the test, like we're good.
With a 30-day warranty.
Yeah, like But it looks like everybody in that area just dumped their turtles on the
On like
slot.
5 lots.
They must have just dumped them at night. So yeah, again, I don't want to buy something just for the sake of buying something. Again, going back into life, it was like the first real estate properties I ever bought. It was like square peg into a round hole. I always mention that, right? It's just like, why am I going to do that?
Trying to make it work.
Yeah, why am I trying to make things work? Like just buy the best property. Like I deserve to get the best property. I think that's the mentality you got to have. So it's like, no, I'm gonna wait. It doesn't have to be like 100% perfect. It can be like 90%, but it's got to be where you're starting not from a deficit. You're starting from like on top of the hill rather. You're not like a downhill. Obviously you can make more money if you find some sort of property and you can make changes on it. You buy for a lot less. But again, it might set you back and it might set the budget and you never get out of the hole. So you might as well just kind of start at a fresh space, right? So that's what my intentions is to kind of go forward with that. So as soon as something comes out, you submit an offer, then away you go, right?
Well, which it'll come. We've seen them sell in the recent times. The biggest thing is too, going back to where we're looking, because it's so tight knit that in one section, we're looking into where they're bringing the utilities to, and it doesn't really make sense to go build a house with septic and well that you're gonna have utilities like within the next year and a half, 2 years. So we're still obviously looking at purchasing those lots and maybe just waiting on that, or purchasing in an area that's not going to get utilities for whatever 3 or 5, 10, 15 years from now, right?
100%. And I think just from experience too, I don't rush things anymore. I kind of flow with it. So as long as you're doing things simultaneous. So obviously we're looking for land. That's not a question because I drove that whole area multiple times to figure out the last little bit that we missed. So that's ready. We're on a hot list. Anything comes out, we've sent out letters to private owners directly, see if we can get something going. I got a call today. I might have a few lots. Maybe one of them would be of interest for us. But it's all the other stuff we're going. So we're getting all the prices in order: subcontractors, material costs. What else is there? Obviously, we maybe partner up. We don't know, right? There's a whole bunch of
even lending costs,
lending
all
costs,
kinds of different.
So, but those are all going in that direction you
Mm-hmm.
need to go anyway. So even if you own the land, you still got to do all these operations to go. So all this is happening still at a progress. Every day we're putting effort, time, and energy into it. And money too, with obviously setting up all the LLCs and all that stuff, the general partners, limited liability companies. But it's just now the land. And again, once that perfect property comes out, you buy it. It might not even be in Cape. It might be in Bonita. We don't know. Would you spend $120,000 to be in Bonita than in Cape?
1,000%, of course.
Sign it up, because you're going to be almost $100 a square foot higher sale price, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, the air is more desirable. So yeah, as long as we got the system, because it doesn't matter. If we build a house in Cape, you build a house in Naples, you build a house in Bonita, it's the cost of the same.
It's the same trades.
Yeah, the only thing that changes is the land cost.
The value of the land.
Yeah, that's all.
And obviously, location is gonna bring up, like you said, your price is gonna bring it up. So,
ideal, like if we had to like paint it, like paintbrush this thing, like actually like paint this picture. Like physically,
like putting it out there now.
Yeah, if remember those two lots in Bonita, if those things came up and they were like desirable, when a big builder is selling the lot, you don't buy it. It's a reason why you just got it. That's the one for 120.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna grab something there in Bonita, like Central Bonita, for like 120, 130,000, like you're gonna make money all day long there, no matter what.
You're in the middle of it all, right?
Yeah, you're off the, close to the old 41, the downtown. You're between Naples and Estero. Like, it's like a much more desirable area.
15 minutes from the beach.
Yeah, ideally. And then you can build something there that sells for like 7.5, 800,000, opposed to, let's say, 5.5, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're what, 725, 775. I think those last sales.
Yeah.
Were, in that area. So again, it's like almost $170,000, $200,000 more. Again, that'd be profit, because the cost is gonna be the same. So, again, it'll guide its way as long as we're pushing it. If we stop momentum and stop getting things priced out and stop doing anything and focus on, like, say, selling real estate, like a full-time selling real estate and not have any energy in here, then that project's never gonna get off the ground. As long as we keep putting energy into what needs to be done,
keep moving in the right direction. Yeah.
So that's it. Oh, and then also when we did that video there, I was talking about, obviously, because talking to a lot of trades and sub-trades in the market in Florida, the language barrier. Everyone's Hispanic, right. Spanish speaking. How do you communicate? So we had a vacancy in my executive assistant spot there. Hired a new lady. Spanish speaking, full Spanish speaking, looks like she's going to egress because personal issues now. But we've interviewed someone yesterday, very, very, looks like the right fit, the one I've been looking for. Like, very good, obviously language, like English language is like 100%, but also she's got the Spanish end of it too. So that'd be perfect. And yesterday I kind of laid it all out, like, hey, this is what we expect. This is what all, you know what I mean? Just more like straightforward. I don't want any more mishaps, right? There's a lot of time, money, and energy gets wasted in training and the whole bullshit and getting to know someone's personality, and then you gotta
start all over again.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's like disheartening. So hopefully this one works out, and then like kind of explain to her, like, you'd have to come to the construction sites, get your pair of boots, whatever. But ultimately, like, translation, you have to like translate. So she was in HR and the whole thing, so she's like very strong, like strong speaker, so should be good. Communicator rather.
Very good.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Real Estate and Record. This is our episode on our Florida build. We'll keep you posted clearly on the progress. Hopefully we're gonna the next time we have this next month, this video that we have purchased land, and we'll have some videos to kind of tag into these posts so you can kind of see what we're doing out there, which would be great.
Ciao.